While Florida lawmakers debate abortion and social media for kids, homeowners are getting crushed with rising insurance costs. This week, 2 insurance companies in Florida asked the state for more than a 50% rate hike. Why? Nadine Yanez here with a deeper look.
So Amica Home Insurance is one of the 2 companies this week asking for huge rate increases. Amica is asking for a 54% rate increase, and when it's this high, they have to answer to the state.
Where the flower pot is, that's where the water came up to in the front of the house.
Pam Tokars has been an Amica Home Insurance policyholder for more than 20 years.
Basically, the corners of the pool cage ripped off.
And had no problem closing out her claim after Hurricane Ian.
I was happy, and they've been great so far, and I can't complain.
That was until she saw
why are they raising the rates as high as 54%?
Amica filed for a 54% rate increase through the Office of Insurance Regulation.
We're on a fixed income, we're retired.
And when it's that high,
my question is it going to affect me?
They have to answer to not just their policyholders, but to the state, triggering a public hearing.
The decision to file for this magnitude of change did not come easy for us.
Amica insurance leaders saying this rate increase, though large, only impacts a small amount of its 17,000 home policyholders, only 479, primarily those with second homes and rental properties.
We have approximately 500 of these policies on our book,
taking the average annual premium from $295 now to more than $450 if approved. The reason? Amica says is due to a deluge of claims that started in 2015 and haven't stopped. In fact, they say they paid out $3.37 in claims for every $1 received in premiums. But for now, most homeowners like Pam are spared.
Okay, so now my concern would be, even though it's only affecting those second ownings, what's to stop them in the future?
We took that question to the Insurance Information Institute.
We told her the news and she goes, yeah, but does that mean I'm still going to see it down the road?
We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know if the company is going to be seeking other rate increases in 2024. All we could go with are the facts.
You can't really let your guard down.
Now, Castle Key Home Insurance, they're also asking for a 53% rate increase. This will mostly impact condo owners. And of course, ABC Action News will follow through for you. I'm Nadine Yanez, ABC Action News.
All right, let's bring in our panel. She is the publisher of Southeast Politics, Janelle Irwin Taylor, back with us. And of course, our in-house political analyst, Dr. Susan McManus. All right, you know, this insurance thing, if they don't get a handle on this, it could really change the state as we know it. Is this crop of lawmakers in Tallahassee even capable of solving Florida's cost of living problem, or do the lobbyists call the shots up there? We had 2 insurance companies asking for a 50% rate increase. You have some homeowners who are going to say, that's lights out for me, I can't afford it.
Well, certainly if you use the broader term cost of living, that's a very different thing than asking about insurance. But I will say that insurance is a problem in a lot of the states right now that are flood prone and hurricane prone and all the other kinds of things. But it's also true, and I'll let her talk about the specifics of the legislature, but it's true that the word lobbyist has a negative connotation. But if you say advocate, it's a totally different thing. Well, and everybody has this impression that lobbyists are holding up everything. A lot of groups, cities, counties, you know, nonprofits have people in Tallahassee trying to help things
Where's
out.
the gut check on what's right and what's wrong, and the focus on the problems that matter? Because I've been to Tallahassee, you go through the lobby of that House floor, it's a lot of people in suits, they're lobbyists, they have agendas, they are pushing their own interests. Do those interests line up with everyday Floridians who are getting crushed by the cost of living?
Well, it depends on who you ask, much like pretty much anything, right? And what you have is you have 2 basic schools of thought. One, that is you have to, do tort reform, basically, to reduce litigation costs, and that's going to drive costs down. The other is that that's just handing a gimme to the insurance industry, and that instead we should be making it so that they have to actually take care of their consumers. So it depends on what side of that argument you're on, but that issue right there is one of the main things that's driving up costs, and our legislature has tended to err on the side of the insurance industries, which to some homeowners, not all, feels like a dig.
But it's also true that groceries is the thing that's driving people's cost of living up most. And that's why I say it's one thing to talk about a specific issue, But the broader subject, cost of living, you've got groceries and gas and a lot of other things that are out of the control of state government, and in fact, sometimes more affected by federal policy.
I don't often push back on Susan, but I will say that groceries and gas represent a much smaller percentage of a person's expenditure, monthly expenditures, than their cost of
Inflation's a funny thing to measure, it seems. You know, this week marks 2 years since Russia invaded Ukraine. The future of democracy in Europe very much unstable right now. Congress takes a vacation. Donald Trump tells the world a couple of weeks ago that not only would he let Russia do, his words, whatever the hell it wants, but he's now comparing himself to Alexei Navalny, said that he would let Russia invade NATO countries if they didn't contribute more money. What's going on here?
Well, let's start with Ukraine, because that's on everyone's mind. It's always been the case that Americans rush to help out a country or someone that's really been hurt badly, as they were by the attack by Russia. The problem is that the longer such a conflict goes on, and especially during the times when people are struggling financially, the longer the conflict and the big dollars that come before how much we need to spend over there, send over there, people become very anti-foreign aid. And that's the position we're in right now, is that people are, it's sad for the people of Ukraine, but they're also thinking about their neighbors who are in a bad way.
Aren't we
and we need
setting
to
up a
spend more on
bigger
our own
problem
people.
later, though? If we don't invest in it right now, Russia invades Ukraine, you think he's going to stop at Ukraine? He's not going to start?
No,
the Balkan
and
states?
if you ask the people who study these things, they will say that it's crucial from a foreign policy perspective that we address this now rather than let it fester. But when you're an average American and you're worried about the cost of groceries and the cost of gas and the cost of housing, you're thinking, not to borrow from Donald Trump's playbook, but you're thinking America first, right? So that's part of the issue right now, is people don't feel what's happening in Ukraine. They feel every time they swipe their credit card.
All right, hold your thoughts. We got more to cover still to come on Full Circle Florida. Our final thoughts on the week that was and the week ahead.